I think we can all agree that Alexandra Leclerc's makeup for her wedding was absolutely stunning. So today I'm going to be recreating it, but with makeup that I already have. She started off with Rhode eye patches, and I just used the Grace and Stella ones. And then she went in with the Rhode glazing milk, but I'm just going to use this Ilion moisturizer because it's so moisturizing and makes my skin like glowy and really hydrated. Next, she goes in with concealer, and I'm going to go in with the House Labs concealer. Next, she went in with foundation, and she actually used the House Labs foundation. So really glad that this is my favorite foundation as well. And she didn't use a lot of foundation. She was very light-handed with it. Next, she went in with mascara, which was like really interesting to me because I always do mascara last, and I'm just using the Too Faced Foreplay Primer and the Better Than Sex mascara. Next, we're going in with bronzer, and she actually did this in a really fun way. She put it on the back of her hand, and then from there took a brush and applied it onto her skin. And I'm just taking the Too Faced bronzing stick in the shade Chocolate Mousse. And next, she goes in with blush, and I'm gonna go in with this OG blush stick in the shade Rose Quartz. And again, she also applies this to the back of her hand, takes a brush and applies it onto her skin from there. And I too have some blush blindness, so this is probably a really good strategy to use. Now she does her eyebrows, and I actually never ever touch my eyebrows, but I'm just gonna use the NYX Bladen shade. I don't even know like what this is called because I only use the spoolie part, but we're gonna try it. And then she goes in with the brow gel. We're gonna use this Merit brow gel in the shade Dark Brown. It's not terrible. It's not the worst thing ever. And then she goes in and sets her face with powder, and I'm just gonna use the One Size powder. We're just gonna go under the eyes and then also in the spots where I get a tiny bit oily, and that's all we're doing for that. And now she goes back in and reapplies blush, but in a different shade. So now I'm using the Fui blush in the shade Without. I'm just gonna take this brush and do a tiny little bit and apply to my cheeks, and then we'll blend it out with my actual blush brush. And next she puts on some lip balm to prep her lips, and I'm just using this Vitamask, but just applying that to the lips to give them a little bit of moisture before we do anything else with them. And then she goes in with a liquid highlighter. I do love these L'Oreal like highlighter sticks. I'm just gonna tap this on my cheeks to get a little bit of shine. And lastly, onto the lips, I'm gonna take this Tower 28 lip liner. I think she uses the Rhode lip liners. I don't know what shade this is, and I do apologize, but I'm just gonna take this and kind of outline my lips. And last but not least, some lip gloss. We're also going in with Tower 28 in the shade Pistachio, and just gonna apply that all over the lips. And that's it. I honestly love how this turned out. I will be taking some of her techniques into my everyday makeup routine, especially the like bronzer and the blush on the back of the hand. I really, really love that technique. And she did say she got that from someone else, like someone who had done her makeup before. Whoever did that, that is a very great tactic because it eliminates the possibility of adding too much product, which I need, especially when it comes to blush because I have the worst blush blindness. I think this came out so pretty. I love it.